The single best thing you can do for criminal justice reform is stop cannabis arrest. It is the biggest entree into the criminal justice system and lays the groundwork and fabric of mass incarceration. That is a fact. That is a fact. 90% of all the drug arrests that are here happen for simple possession. Nobody's arresting El Chapo. These are not like major criminal enterprises. This is like literally what ends up happening when you disinvest in communities and you make a war on people, not a war on drugs, a war on people. And the impacts of that really fell the most heavily on Black and Brown communities. When I know there's someone serving life imprisonment now for less than 2 grams of weed in Louisiana right now, it's like, how much longer do you think it's appropriate for us to bear this? My name is Toy Hutchinson. I'm the president and CEO of the Marijuana Policy Project, which is one of the biggest and oldest nonprofit organizations that works to change cannabis laws across this country. We concentrate on trying to get the most safe, equitable laws we can in every state that we operate in. I spent almost 11 years as an Illinois state senator. I was one of 4 original drafters of Illinois' cannabis legalization effort. We called it the CRTA, the Cannabis Regulatory and Tax Act. It went live January 1, 2020. It was the first effort in the country that embedded equity principles into the legislation itself. And we were able to clear 800,000 records. That's more than all the other states combined. And from there, I was recruited to come on over to the Marijuana Policy Project, and I was absolutely aligned with the fact that this organization has done more to clear more records because they absolutely can take a lot of credit for what happened in Illinois as well and across the country. And the work is nowhere near done. And it's going to take a whole lot of people, like the 48% of the population who live in legal states, to care about the 52% of the population that does not. We sit right as a nonprofit between industry and consumers. We don't have any business interests. We're not making money on the actual legalization. Matter of fact, the people who benefit the most by the work of MPP are consumers. And cannabis feels like it's destigmatized and like, we might have just gotten there and that the rest of the federal government will come along when they finally get it together. But at the end of the day, there's tens of millions of people who still live in prohibition states, and you can still be arrested and lose everything, including your job, your livelihood, or your children, for the possession of a plant where there's a multi-billion-dollar industry operating at the very same time. So that's what I do. That's why I do it, and why the work is so wrapped around my heart. There's no way that I can unhear that or unsee those people or turn the other way when you realize that this conflict of law that we live in right now is just so immoral. And, it contributes to the destruction of not only blocks and neighborhoods that make up communities, but it splits up families. And it really does work against us as a country until we talk about this as though it's something out in the open, destigmatize it, research the hell out of it so we can actually make communities and people whole, healthy, better, and safer. I have a lot of faith and hope in the future. I know it feels hard right now. It feels very heavy right now, but I don't know any other way to be. If we don't like what it is right now, then we got work to do. We got to change it. Isn't that the definition of a more perfect union? That it's never perfect. We're always striving for a more perfect union. So for anybody who hears this, what role are you going to play?